You old geezer. I'm back.
My dear apprentice, aren't you happy to see me? Did you miss me? I missed you so much that I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep. Hey, do you still remember that Apocalypse Jade your parents left you? Hey, back then, I owed someone money, so I used it to get you a good marriage.
What did you say? You gave the Apocalypse Jade away?
Go to the Gu family in Jiangcheng and get married quickly. The Apocalypse Jade is crucial. Once it appears, it will cause fierce competition among all parties, and the martial arts world will surely become a battlefield. Don't you want to know your parents' whereabouts? Apocalypse Jade is your only clue. Go get it back immediately. Get it back, get it back, get it back, back.
This old geezer. That's not right. I don't have a penny. How am I supposed to redeem the Apocalypse Jade with nothing?
Is that little Chin Chin back?
Sister-in-law.
Oh my. It's been years since a man has returned to our village. Oh, little Chen Chen. How did you get so big? Look at those big pectorals.
Sister-in-law. Sister-in-law, please. Let's talk this over. What exactly are you here for?
Your master, he owes us some money, but now he's gone, so tell me, what are we going to do about it?
No, ma'am. I've got nothing to offer you. The situation at home right now, it's just like this. Even if a rat came, it would leave in tears. I really don't have any money left.
No money is fine too. There are ways to settle debts without money.
No, ma'am, please wait. I'm really not that kind of person.
Little Chen Chen, we've all watched you grow up.
Exactly. Don't we know what you're like? Now that you've grown up, you're all shy.
Oh, hey,
Excuse me, is Lin Chen here?
Who are you?
Hey, beautiful. Who are you?
Are you Lin Chen?
Huh?
How much does he owe you? I'll pay it back for him.
Who is this woman? I've saved her before, but I don't remember her. Forget it. Let's get the money back first. What are you ladies still standing around for? Quickly, get the QR code. My benefactor. I'm eternally grateful. $32.80.
$19.60.
$27.90.
$9.60? My dear Chen, remember to come over tonight and find your sister.
Well, aren't you quite the player? Huh? Where are you touching? What kind of broken table is this?
I'm sorry, it's old and hasn't been repaired. I haven't asked yet, who are you, my benefactor?
I am your fiancé, Gu Uxi.
What? Huh? Fiancé?
It was an engagement made by your master and my grandpa back then. I'm here today to fulfill that engagement.
Engagement? I had no idea. Alright then, no matter how much my master owes you, I'll pay it back for him. But the engagement is off? Deal or no deal?
No deal. Such a beautiful woman like me, and he's still not happy about it.
We're both victims of arranged marriage. Shouldn't we be on the same side?
Because right now, I need a husband in name only. So you must marry me. Besides, my grandpa said, If I don't marry you, he won't let me go home.
From the moment you walked in, we've known each other for less than 5 minutes. There's absolutely no emotional basis, classmate. I know that forcing things might quench your thirst, but it might not be sweet. Isn't that right?
What do you mean by that? You don't like me?
Of course not. Whether subjectively or objectively, you are undoubtedly a beautiful woman. Anyone who marries you would be striking it rich. However, you don't necessarily have to marry someone beautiful, right? At the very least, there needs to be mutual affection. At the very least, a deep connection. As for us, the parties involved, he totally disagrees.
But my grandpa insists I marry you. Actually, I don't want to get married this early either.
See, I told you so. Since neither of us wants it, let's just call it off. I'll pay back the money for my master, and you return my jade pendant. Is that okay or not? Am I cool or not?
Not okay. My grandpa asked me to marry you, so he must have his reasons.
Oh my, what's your star sign? Aren't you a Taurus? Why are you so stubborn?
How about this then? We enter into a contract marriage for a period of 3 months. Then we'll automatically divorce. You don't have to return the money. And the jade pendant is yours too.
Why would I agree to that? Wouldn't I be divorced then? How would I find a wife later?
I'll give you another 3 million.
This isn't about money at all.
5 million.
Deal.
Let's go home.
So, you said you needed a husband, right? Just to put your grandfather at ease?
Not entirely. A few days ago, a very powerful, top-tier family suddenly came to propose. I don't want to marry them, but refusing would drag down the company and grandfather.
Suddenly came to propose? Are they after Guyuexi? Or the Heavenly Jade?
Let's go.
So you're just using me as a shield, aren't you?
You can't really say that. Didn't I pay you too? Come on, let's go. Grandfather is waiting for us. Grandfather,
Oh,
I brought Lin Chen to you.
I am Lin Chen. Pleased to meet you, grandfather.
Old Master Shui raised my grandson-in-law quite well, didn't he? Did you bring your household register?
Huh?
There's still time. Go get married.
Now?
Yes. I checked the almanac. Today is suitable for weddings. You two, hurry up and quickly give me a great-grandchild.
Oh, grandfather. My company today?
Ahem. 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 Oh dear, Xiaoxi. Your grandfather is getting old. I don't know which day I'll close my eyes and never wake up again. Grandfather's greatest wish is for you to find a good partner. More importantly, grandfather wants to see his great-grandchild born.
All right, grandfather. I promise you. I'm going to register our marriage right now.
All right.
This old man, he's quite the actor. Look at his complexion. He could easily live another 20 or 30 years, no problem. Still so young, isn't he?
Lin Chen.
Huh? To be able to marry Yuexi, that is truly my honor.
Good. Good.
Hello?
Uexi, there's a class reunion at Longding Hotel later. You absolutely have to come.
Oh, come on, Wen. Didn't I tell you I wasn't going?
I'm begging you. If you don't come, my boyfriend's cooperation with Sun Ye, it'll be over.
I told you a long time ago that Sun Ye, he...
Please, just help me out this one time, okay?
Right, don't let it happen again.
I was impulsive. Just too young.
What are you grumbling about? It's only 3 months and you're already feeling wronged?
Okay, I'm not wronged. Let's go.
Hey, let's not go home yet. You need to fulfill your duties as a husband now.
Here?
What are you thinking? Come with me to a party. You didn't think I'd just give you 5 million for nothing, did you?
Huh?
Let's go.
Hey, wait, just a moment. What exactly do you want?
I'm naturally charming, so it's normal to have a few admirers, right? Help me ward them off. Oh, don't worry. That admirer inside is Sun Ye, not from the powerful and influential family I mentioned to you this morning. However, you still need to be careful. Family pretty much runs the show in River City. They've been eyeing my Hongtao group covetously, causing me a lot of trouble.
That much trouble?
Yes.
I need a raise.
Who's this?
Who is he?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, the campus bell has arrived.
Campus Bell?
Uexi.
Wen.
Who is this person?
This is my husband. We're married.
Quite the prop collection you have there.
What? Married?
Hey, Guyuexi seems to be married.
That conceited woman. She hired an extra to fool me. Does she really think I'm an idiot?
They looked quite affectionate and natural. It didn't seem fake.
I've been after her for so many years, and I've never heard of this guy. Buddy, do me a favor.
For my brother, I'll go to great lengths. Watch me, long time no see. Our campus belle is getting more beautiful by the day.
Trying to steal my woman? I'm going to make you realize who you're messing with.
And this gentleman, what should I call him?
Lin Chen, my husband.
That's him.
Guyuexi, you were single last week, and now you're married in the blink of an eye? Aren't you going to introduce him to your classmates?
Yeah, introduce him.
What's his background? If his background is just ordinary, the classmates might not be convinced.
My husband, he's been on the front lines. His identity is rather sensitive, so it's inconvenient to disclose. He just retired recently. That's why, as soon as we got our marriage certificate, I brought him here to meet everyone.
What a coincidence. Hey, I just came back from the front lines too. Which unit were you with?
An unknown unit. Let's not talk about it. Brother, the two of us big men holding hands like this, isn't that a bit inappropriate? How disgusting, right?
I already used 80% of my strength. A normal person would have been grimacing in pain by now, but he can still manage to smile. Both of us are veterans from the front lines, so meeting up makes us close instantly. It's just irresistible. In a bit, we should have a proper drink together.
You're right. Since we've both served, we definitely need to catch up properly.
Absolutely.
Oh, what was that saying again? About friends at first sight? Right now, that's exactly how I feel about you, Zheng. It truly is. I wonder if you feel the same way about me. Friends at first sight.
Indeed, absolutely.
Does this guy have that much strength? Even if you hit it off, you don't have to keep holding hands, do you? Come, eat.
Brother Zheng, later, we must have a good drink or two.
Lin Chen, I didn't expect you, for someone so thin, to be quite strong.
I love spinach.
Brother, are you alright?
I'm fine. This Lin Chen is no ordinary person. What should we do?
He made you lose face, and he's trying to steal Uexi from me. Brother, don't you worry. I'll make him utterly embarrassed later.
Uexi, your husband is so good to you. Not like my Lu Xuan.
Aren't you and Lu Xuan doing quite well? Did you have a fight?
Lu Xuan is in the VIP room upstairs, entertaining a distinguished guest, and he said he wanted me to come up and meet him. But as soon as I sat down, that so-called distinguished guest started touching my leg. Lu Xuan didn't just not care, he even said it was my good fortune to catch the distinguished guest's eye. So I ran out.
What kind of distinguished guest is that? Do you know who it is?
I don't know. Just that he's the young master of some prominent family, someone you can't cross.
Given Liu Xuan's attitude, what do you plan to do?
I'll go back and talk. If he doesn't apologize, we'll break up.
All men are the same. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then split up. What's the big deal?
Hey, that's not right at all. I'm not that kind of man.
Lu Xuan is here to pick me up. He must be coming to apologize. I'm leaving now, Uexi.
Hey! I'm not saying this to be mean, but your best friend is completely swept up in love. Her husband doesn't take her seriously at all, and she's still throwing herself at him. I think her husband is not a good person.
Everyone makes their own choices, and they have to live with the consequences, good or bad.
Uexi, what you're saying isn't quite right. When choosing a man, you have to consider his capabilities. If it gets tough, just find another one. Finding a poor guy, Tisk, that won't do.
Come on, honey, have some food. Eating more vegetables helps with conception, and the baby will be handsome.
So you're Lin Chen, right? Where do you work now?
I just got back. I don't have a job yet.
Oh, a freeloader. Living off a woman, are we? Uexi, You haven't been swindled, have you?
A grown man being supported by a woman. Geez, he might as well be gone.
I'm living the good life. Do you? Being supported like this? That's my talent.
You're so entitled about being supported. That's truly shameless.
What nonsense are you talking about? Lin Chen just retired. He's only staying with us to adjust.
Buddy, you and UXE, you're just from different worlds. I advise you to face reality sooner and give up.
I think we're quite a match. I like you. You like me. We're a match made in heaven.
Yeah, right. Say it again and I'll throw up.
Didn't you ask me to help you out?
UXE, you're still too young. Life needs money. It needs a lot of money. Understand?
He's right. As old friends, we're just looking out for you.
Indeed, UXE has always lived a privileged life. Her daily expenses are quite high. Let me do the math for you. Buying clothes, buying cosmetics, buying handbags. To put it simply, one of her bags. You couldn't afford even if you saved for a year.
But we're already married. It's perfectly natural for my wife to earn money and support me, isn't it? You say so too, right?
Hey, Miss Gu, Sun Ye is also looking out for you. He's afraid you'll be taken advantage of. Young Master Sun is the sole heir of the Sun Group. The Sun Group has so many listed companies under it, its future is limitless. Wouldn't you agree, everyone?
Oh, to find a partner, it has to be someone like Sunye.
Exactly. Exactly.
Today's bill for everyone. My treat.
Young Master Sun is so generous.
Lin Chen, you're not just here to freeload, are you? Look at you, like you've never eaten before. What? Did USG mistreat you at home? Huh?
Hey, kept man, have you ever seen such fine dishes? Eat up then.
Later on, you might not get another chance.
Ha 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 ha.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I've eaten here before, and these aren't even their signature dishes. Young Master Sun, you're treating, but you're being a bit stingy, aren't you?
Someone like you, do all your clothes combined, cost over $1,000, and you've eaten here? The Dragon's Cauldron restaurant is a Black Pearl restaurant, ranked among the top 10 in the world.
Since that's the case, then let me order, and show you all a thing or two. Waiter, I'd like to order.
Sir, what would you like to order?
No need. I will tell you, and you write it down. Nanhai abalone, Australian lobster, pan-fried foie gras with red wine, Norwegian caviar, and also braised shark fin in yellow sauce. One portion of each. In addition, a bottle of 82 Lafite for each of us. If we are not full, I will call you again. Did you get all that? If you did, you may leave.
All right, sir. Please wait a moment. We will prepare it right away.
Lin Chen, don't try to impress people at my expense. The dishes you ordered, I'm not paying for them.
These dishes, they are not that expensive, are they? Could it be that young Master Sun cannot afford them?
Lin Chen? The dishes you ordered, they add up to over $1 million. I didn't bring my card today.
Don't worry. As a man, I won't let you pay. Wen Yuan gave me a VIP card for this place. Although I haven't used it, it should be enough to treat someone to a meal. It should be enough.
You know Wen Yuan, one of the 4 great physicians?
I treated 2 of his patients. That's why he gave me this card.
Lin Chen, what are you trying to pull? What kind of person is Wen Yuan? He is a medical marvel. And you treated 2 of his patients? What nonsense are you spouting?
Ah, Lin Chen. Don't think that just by dropping Wen Yuan's name and flashing a black card, you can swipe it anywhere. Dine and dash here, and you'll get your legs broken.
We'll see if it's real or not with one swipe. Waiter, swipe the card.
Lin Chen, that's enough. If you get caught, we'll both be humiliated.
Just trust me on this. I won't get caught.
Swipe it.
I'd like to see what your toy card can possibly pay for.
I should have given him a few cards beforehand.
Payment successful. Sir, enjoy your meal. Please enjoy your meal.
Hey! Is this thing broken?
I say, Mr. Sun, is it really that hard to admit someone is richer than you?
Lin Chen. It was my fault for misjudging you before, and I apologize. Let me offer you this tea, as a token of my apology. What is this lousy tea? How can I let my buddy drink this kind of tea? Quickly, bring my good tea here, so my buddy Lin Chen can have a taste.
Lin Chen? Sun Ye is a cunning and sly person. It's not his style to easily admit fault to others. Be careful. Don't fall for it.
Don't worry.
Buddy Lin Chen, have a taste. This is Da Hong Pao I brought back from Wuyi Mountain, picked from the mother trees. Drink up. I originally prepared it for Gu Yuexi, but it seems you, the country bumpkin, get to enjoy it. Lin Chen, you.
To poison me right in front of us. You're the first one to dare.
So what if I did? You won't leave this private room today. Zheng Li.
Yes!
Go get him. What are you doing? Don't come any closer. I can give you money. 1 million. 10 million. 30 million.
Speak. Approaching Gu Yuexi. What is your real purpose?
50 million.
That's not right. Say it again.
I just wanted Hongtao Group's assets. I wanted to take advantage of the situation. I was wrong.
Could it be that he's truly not after the heaven's blessing jade of the Gu family? I'll give you one last chance. Tell me the truth.
The mind-altering drug was originally meant for Gu Yuexi.
How despicable. That's so disgusting. Let's go, let's go. Lin Chen, who exactly are you?
The heavenly jade is of utmost importance. Once it appears, it will incite competition from all sides. The martial arts world will certainly descend into chaos.
I'm Iron Man.
I'm serious, you're so wealthy. Why would you marry me for 5 million?
Who would complain about having too much money? Besides, I get such a beautiful wife for free. Mainly, my jade is still with you. Why don't you give it back to me first?
Dream on. 3 months, not a day less.
Fine. I'll suffer for another 3 months.
Are you actually complaining now?
Let's go. Home to bed.
Lin Chen can even defeat Zheng Li, and he can see through Sun Ye's drugging. He's definitely not simple. No wonder Grandpa insisted I marry him. Perhaps he really can help me solve the Tian family's trouble. You, sleeping here?
You really have two faces. As soon as Grandpa left, you changed your mind. You just promised Grandpa that we would share a room.
I said share a room, not share a bed. Besides, aren't we sharing a room right now?
All right. As you wish.
Lin Chen, wake up.
Huh? What are you doing? I was just dozing off.
Wake up, something big has happened.
What's wrong now?
Just now, Ye Wen called me, saying Liu Xuan drugged her and tricked her into sleeping with someone else. She doesn't want to live anymore. Come with me quickly to check on her.
Let's go.
Miss, please calm down. You must calm down. Don't do anything foolish. Let's talk about it once you come down.
Wen, it's dangerous.
Liu Xuan, why? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
Ye Wen, can you please stop being so childish? Can't we just come down and talk about it first?
In your eyes, am I just someone to be betrayed at any time? Someone to be traded for benefits?
Oh, dear miss, please don't act impulsively. Come back down.
Wen, please come back. Tell me what's wrong.
Wen, you know how I feel about you. I love you. Come on. Can't we just come down and talk about it first?
Liu Xuan, you'll get what's coming to you.
Wen. Lin Chen. Lin Chen. Lin Chen, you mustn't die. Hold on. I'm calling an ambulance for you right now. Lin Chen. Lin Chen. Lin Chen.
Holy cow, that was quite the rush. Why are you crying? I'm not dead, am I?
You're okay?
I'm fine. Your friend passed out. Give a hand.
Oh my god.
Lend a hand.
Oh my goodness.
Lu Xuan.
Hey,
You're an animal. You would even sell out your girlfriend just to curry favor with the powerful and wealthy? Are you even human?
What a coincidence, Yuexi. We meet even here. I've always said we're meant to be, aren't we?
Tianming. You use your family background to run wild and cause trouble. Aren't you afraid of getting your comeuppance?
Gu Yuexi. Don't push your luck. Don't forget the fate of the Grand Ocean Group is in my hands.
You!
Tianming. I am Gu Yuexi's husband. What do you think you're doing?
Who the hell are you?
He's my husband legally.
Gu Yuexi? Don't be so ungrateful. You refused a marriage proposal from the Tian family. Have you thought about the consequences? You were able to catch Ye Wen from such a height. You've got some skills. I'll give you some respect. Don't push your luck.
Tianming, right?
Yes.
I also have a word of advice for you. You'd better stay away from Yuexi. Otherwise, I'll make sure you regret crossing me.
Oh, I'm so scared. What's your background? Tell me, I'm listening.
I'm not some family heir, nor some young master from an influential family. You don't need to show me respect, but you listen carefully. If you dare harm Yuexi, you won't be able to handle the fallout.
That's quite a big talk.
Get out.
You've got guts. You've got guts. We'll see about this. Gu Yuexi, you rejected a marriage proposal from the Tian family? Then you deserve nothing more than to be a plaything in my bed. I'll give you 3 days to think it over. Then wait for me in the hotel bed. Otherwise, Hong Tao Group will go bankrupt.
Lin Chen, what do we do?
Let's take Ye Wen home first.
Interesting.
Young Master Lei. This person is a cultivator.
He fell so straight down and he's fine. His strength is indeed impressive.
Since his strength is good, how about we take this opportunity to do him a favor and recruit him to serve you?
Those few from the Tian family, their strength isn't bad either. Let's see if he can handle it first. It'll still be timely to recruit him if he does. If he can't handle it, then he's just gone. It's just this Gu Yuexi. What a shame.
Is young Master Lei interested?
She's certainly attractive.
Shall I inform Chen Hai to find a way to get Gu Yuexi for you?
Don't be so eager. We came here this time for the Revelation Jade. Let's not stir up trouble yet. I still have other uses for Chen Hai.
Hey. Go easy there.
Lin Chen, are you really okay? It's all swollen.
What is it? Worried about me? Hey. You. Don't cry. My skin isn't even broken. No serious damage here. I'm really fine. You.
Don't ever do that again. I was so worried.
All right, I know.
That Tianming, he's absolutely terrible. Not only did he bother Ye Wen, it's likely he won't easily let us off the hook either.
Don't worry. It'll be fine.
Lin Chen, please don't.
Hey. I said it's fine. So it's definitely fine.
You might not know how terrifying the power of top families can be. With just one word from them, Hong Tao Group will be ruined. Even the Gu family might cease to exist.
Yuexi. If rabid dogs bite people indiscriminately, you just put them down. Remember this. Every evildoer gets their just deserts.
You mean, you want to take out Tianming? Lin Chen truly seems unafraid of Tianming, and without another word, he wants to finish him off. That psychopath. Lin Chen, you might not know, every top aristocratic family has powerful practitioners guarding them. If you take out Tianming, it'd be like offending the entire Tian family.
Tian family members are people too. They only have one life. If they can take lives casually, then they should be prepared for their own lives to be taken at any moment.
But I heard, the head of the Tian family is truly formidable, able to strike without a trace. They have so many people, and you are only one. Are you really going to declare war on the Tian family?
Don't worry. I might not be good at other things, but when it comes to a fight, I'm incredibly brave.
I'm sorry, it's all because of me that you're involved. How about this? You should leave quickly. Get out of Pingjiang. Although the Tian family is powerful, the world is vast. As long as you hide, they won't find you.
UXC, just a mere Tian family. It's not worth me running away, is it? They're not that powerful. Besides, what I promised you, I must see through.
Okay, then I believe you. But you must remember, never bite off more than you can chew. Where there's life, there's hope, and where there's hope, there's a way. As long as you're alive, there will always be a chance.
Don't worry. Leave the Tian family members to me.
Mr. Lin, it's been a long time since we last met.
Indeed, it has been a long time. Did you bring the things I asked you to prepare?
Oh. The Tian family's information, here you go. This Tian family has 2 grandmasters guarding it. Hey, Mr. Lin, did this Tian family offend you?
Something like that.
The Tian family, over the years, has been committing all sorts of evil deeds. But since they offended you, they're done for, huh? Ha 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 ha. Better to cross the king of hell than to cross Mr. Lin. Ha 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 ha.
Why such an exaggeration? The key is, I don't bother anyone unless they bother me first. Unfortunately, they bothered me, so I'm going to eliminate them. Speaking of which, you're quite impressive. Such confidential information, yet you managed to obtain it so easily.
The more patients I treat, the wider my connections become. I always find out some secrets.
All in all, thank you very much.
Mr. Lin, I have another favor to ask of you. There's a patient who is quite challenging, and I was hoping you could lend a hand. What do you think?
No problem. It's a piece of cake.
All right then. I'm very grateful.
Farewell. Lin Chen from White Dragon Mountain, here to pay a visit.
Knocking on the mountain gate in the middle of the night. Are you looking for trouble?
It's a dark and windy night, perfect for a showdown. Whether you end me, or I take you out, isn't it just right?
Who are you? Do you have a grudge with the Tian family?
We don't have a feud. Your son Tianming provoked me. I was thinking, if I eliminate him, you, as his father, would surely seek revenge. I don't want to harm innocent people, so I might as well come to your gate and take all of you out. Wouldn't that solve everything once and for all?
So, you're here for revenge after all. No wonder you're so arrogant.
We haven't even started fighting yet, and you've already offended the masters of the house. It seems you truly have no fear.
Young friend. My son, Tianming. How did he offend you?
That scoundrel son of yours, what kind of person is he? Don't you already know in your heart? What he's done you wouldn't know?
So you're the one my son Tianming mentioned. The one who provoked him at the Longding Hotel. I was wondering how to draw you out, but I didn't expect you to deliver yourself to my doorstep today. This is good. It saves us a lot of effort.
Before we start fighting, I'll give you one more chance. Immediately call Tianming back, cripple him, and this matter will be settled. I'll turn around and leave, sparing your Tian family.
Such a brash young upstart. You sure talk big. Lin Chen, right? I know you have a few tricks. Some amateurish fighting skills, picked up from who knows which remote, godforsaken place. Do you really think you're invincible?
It seems we can't reach an agreement.
You show up uninvited in the middle of the night. Do you really think the Tian family is a free-for-all? Fine. Since you've come, don't even think about leaving. Just so happens that my back mountain is full of lost souls. You can go keep them company.
All right, then let's follow the rules of this challenge. No holds barred. Who's first? Who wants to go first?
You are overestimating yourself. Do you know the rules for challenging a martial arts school?
The battle for the school. You are responsible for your own life or death. Winner takes all. Loser submits.
You little rascal. Today, let me teach you a lesson.
Who are you?
I am Tian Yunhe. Tian Ming. That's my younger brother.
So you are Tian Yunhe. Do you remember 3 years ago? Ku Minghe from Radiant Trade died because of you. His wife, forced by loan sharks, holding their 3-month-old child, jumped into the sea and perished. All of this. You did it, right?
I thought I did a good job of keeping it under wraps. How does he know? Humph. Business is like warfare. It is either you or me. He deserved to jump from the building. His wife deserved to jump too. What does that have to do with me?
Since that's the case, then let's do this.
Yunhei. 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 How is Yunhei?
All his martial arts are gone. His life is not in danger for now. However, he'll have to stay in bed for a year or so.
You little punk. You're ruthless to inflict such a cruel blow.
Otherwise, what did you think I was doing coming to your place in the middle of the night? Having tea and a chat? If it wasn't for him being too weak to beat me, this outcome right now would have been mine.
Indeed, if Yunhei had been strong enough, then it would be Lin Chen who is crippled right now. Yunhei would never have shown mercy.
Tian Yunhei used underhanded schemes to harm Ku Minghe's entire family, but he didn't deliver a fatal blow. So I only gave him 1 strike, and for now, I'll let him keep his worthless life.
In a duel between 2 parties, it's all about individual skill, and destiny determines life or death. Kid, since you've dealt such a harsh blow, don't blame us for being impolite. Wanhei, you go.
Don't be so arrogant, kid. First, try my iron fist.
You are Tian Wanhei? Do you still remember the Tong family village massacre? 17 innocent souls. They've been waiting for you for far too long.
What massacre? I have no idea. Don't make baseless accusations.
15 years ago, you took a liking to the Tong family's daughter, wanting to claim her, but she already had a sweetheart and didn't like you. You let jealousy turn into hatred, sneaked in at night, assaulted her, and then eliminated her. 17 lives from the entire Tong family, all wiped out by you. You tell me you don't know?
How does he know about something from over a decade ago? Nonsense. Prepare to face justice. Nonsense. Prepare to meet your end.
Wanhei. Lin Chen. You've crossed the line.
I don't need to spell out everything your Tian family has done over the years, do I?
On your last legs, and still so much to say. Today, either you or I will fall.
All right. You actually have some of the master's presence now.
Who exactly are you?
Lin Chen of White Dragon Mountain.
I've never heard of White Dragon Mountain. Who is your master?
My master? Shui Kuanggren.
Your master is Shui Kuanggren?
Indeed.
No wonder.
Young man, please show some restraint. Young man, hold your hand.
And who are you? Are you the reinforcements Tian family called in?
I am Tian family's Tian Jianfeng, Wanshan's father. Tian Ming is my grandson.
Old Mr. Tian, you're so old. Are you going to fight too?
20 years ago, I handed over the Tian family to Wanshan. Since then, I haven't interfered with Tian family matters. I never expected that they would commit so many evil deeds. You ended their life. And while it pains me, I have nothing to say. Take them away. Wan Hai, from now on, you are the head of the Tian family.
Yes, sir.
Call Tian Ming back. Break his legs and confine him to the Tian family manor. He is forbidden to leave. Lin Chen, according to tradition, if you challenge a family member, the outcome of the duel is your own responsibility. No one from the Tian family is allowed to seek revenge. Anyone who violates this will be expelled from the Tian family. Mr. Lin, are you satisfied?
I am.
Call Tian Ming back immediately. Thank you, Mr. Lin, for your clemency.
Old Mr. Tian, you were once a man of great merit. It's just a shame that the family conduct of your Tian family is truly beyond praise.
Mr. Lin, may I ask, how did you know about the things that Wan Shan and Wan He did?
If you're interested in all the messed up things your Tian family has done, I can send you a copy later. As for how I got it, don't even ask. Just don't ask.
Thank you, Mr. Lin. If there is anyone in the Tian family who harms another person, I will show them no mercy.
Who parked their car in front of our house? Grandpa? Why are you here? Oh! That girl died, so you came here to make trouble, to demand money, right?
You'll be disappointed. Ye Wen didn't die.
Then what are you doing here, complaining? Didn't you see it? That woman, she jumped off the building herself. I didn't push her, nor did I hold a knife to her. Even if she passed away, what does that have to do with me?
Mr. Lin, may I ask, what exactly did Tian Ming do?
Tian Ming took a liking to a girl, and in front of her boyfriend, he started to harass her. He used schemes to make that girl's boyfriend drug her and deliver her to his bed. The girl, unwilling to be humiliated, jumped off the building. If I hadn't happened to pass by and saved her, that girl would have perished long ago. Tian Ming, relying on the immense power and influence of your Tian family, is naturally going to be fine.
Mr. Lin, did you come to the Tian family because of this incident?
That's only one reason. More importantly, there's a second. Tian Ming, presuming upon your Tian family status, actually tried to take my wife, Gu Yuexi.
Grandpa? This is what happened. The girl who jumped off the building, her boyfriend personally gave her to me. It's not like I didn't pay. Besides, I hadn't even gotten close to her yet when she started cursing loudly, and then she jumped. It has nothing to do with me. As for Gu Yuexi, Tian family even proposed to her. She wasn't married yet. So how did a kid like you suddenly appear? You're a brazen young man, daring to cause trouble at our Tian family. Do you believe I'll call my father out to deal with you? Dad, where's my dad? Grandpa, what's wrong with you all?
Your dad is gone, and your second uncle too. Now you will pay for what you did.
My dad is gone? He did this?
It was me.
My dad and my second uncle are both gone, and you all just watched?
Beast, kneel down.
Fourth uncle, what are you doing?
I'll cripple your legs. Stay home from now on and don't go out causing trouble.
Fourth uncle, no. I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I won't dare again. I don't want to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, fourth uncle. Lin Chen, I was wrong. I didn't know that woman was your friend. I shouldn't have harassed Gu Yuexi. I was wrong. I beg you, please spare me.
Mr. Lin, Tian Ming's legs are shattered, and he'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
Listen up. If you want revenge, you can come for me, but only if you can afford the cost. As for you, I know you don't have the guts to provoke Gu Yuexi. Tell the person behind you, whatever they want to do, have them come to me personally. From now on, in Pingjiang, I don't want to see your Tian family again.
Please rest assured, I will immediately lead our entire clan back to our hometown and never set foot in Pingjiang again. Lin Chen, today, although he took out Wan Shan and Wan He, they both had it coming. Our Tian family is just reaping what we sow. We can't blame anyone else. If you can take out others, others can take you out. Who can we blame?
Dad, is Lin Chen's master very powerful?
Shui Quanggren. That's a name he gave himself. He's been called that for so many years, and he hasn't been bested yet. You should understand how formidable he is. In the entire martial arts world, Shui Quanggren's life is a legend. With his individual strength, he made countless sects yield to him. Alone our Tian family, and all the sects in Tianhai province combined, are no match for him. Judging by Lin Chen's capabilities, he has already surpassed the Grandmaster realm. In his early 20s, to possess such capability, he is indeed a worthy disciple of Shui Quangren. Remember well. Regarding today's events, no one in the Tian family must seek revenge. We are no match for him.
Understood.
Mr. Lei, something's happened.
What happened?
I just received a call from Tianwanhai. The matter we entrusted to the Tian family earlier, they can't handle it anymore. They told us to look for other talented people.
What? Didn't they agree to it before? Are they playing games with me?
I also found it strange, so I made some inquiries. Tianming and Tianyun, he were urgently sent to the city hospital. Tianming's legs were crippled, with no possibility of standing again. Tianyun, he suffered severe internal injuries. It's suspected to be the work of a master practitioner. Moreover, Tianwan Shan of the Tian family and Tianwan He both passed away.
Tianwan Shan and Tianwan He. Their strength wasn't weak. That old man, Tian Jianfeng, is even stronger in his old age. Killing Tianwan Shan and Tianwan He, crippling Tianming and Tianyun He. Isn't this equivalent to breaking the backbone of the Tian family? Tian Jianfeng didn't intervene?
No, he didn't. Nor did he dare to intervene.
Where did Gu Yueshi find such a powerful backer? Such a strong practitioner?
I will eliminate him.
Don't be so rash. When facing an unknown opponent, don't make a reckless move. Go call Tianming to see me.
Yes, sir.
He's completely unworthy of you. Don't be too sad.
Brother Chen?
Lin Chen, what brings you here?
First, sit down and eat something.
How did things go with the Tian family?
It's resolved. Last night, I paid a visit to the Tian family. The head of the Tian family, that's Tianming's father. The Tian family unanimously agreed that my reasoning was very sound. So, they called Tianming over. They immediately disabled both his legs, and even apologized to me. Their attitude was very sincere. Oh, right. And the old master of the Tian family, he's a very good person. He already promised that he won't cause any more trouble in the future.
Huh?
Apologized?
The old master is a good person? You really took on the Tian family by yourself? I slept for one night and the Tian family situation was resolved?
What else?
Or did you reason with them? Are the Tian family reasonable people?
Might makes right, you know.
Brother Chen, you're just too amazing.
This Lin Chen fellow, who exactly is he? In one night, he settled the Tian family issue. However, it's actually quite reassuring.
What do you mean? What are you and Lu Xuan are going to do?
Break up. Definitely break up. I'm moving back in.
No, I don't think that's enough. We should give him a good beating.
Can we beat him up, Brother Chen?
Of course. Let's go. I'll take you there.
Let's go.
Wenwen, you're out of the hospital? Why didn't you tell me? Don't you know, when you were in the hospital, I was so scared. I was.
Lu Xuan, stop being so two-faced. If you're not disgusted, I certainly am. Starting today, we're finished.
Wenwen, I was just out of it because I drank too much. You know, we've been together for over 4 years. You know I love you. It was all Tianming who forced me. You wouldn't want to? See all my hard work? Ruined, would you? Oh my goodness. You little devil. How dare you hit me?
You take her inside first, and pack up your things.
All right.
What do you think you're doing?
Do you know what happened to Tianming?
Not really. Didn't he just go to the hospital?
Last night, it was me who went to the Tian family, and I personally eliminated his father, Tian Wanshan, and his second uncle, Tian Wanhe. I crippled his elder brother, Tian Yunhe. Even Tianming himself had both his legs broken by his own family members. He'll never stand again. Tell me, if he knew that you were the one who started it all, what do you think he'd do to you?
It wasn't me.
Enough talk. Kneel down. I told you to kneel. Slap yourself. Slap.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
You're not allowed to stop until I tell you to. If you go easy on yourself, I can help you with that.
Wen, help me. I'm going to be beaten to death. Wen.
You deserve it.
Let's go.
Wait!
Ouch.
Humph, jerk.
That kick, You wouldn't treat me like that in the future, right?
A scumbag like him deserves to be put out of commission. Let's go.
Lin Chen. What's his background?
Grandpa said he's a disciple of some madman.
Shui Quangren, you mean? Are you saying Lin Chen is Shui Quangren's disciple?
I think he's called Shui Quangren. Grandpa told fourth uncle that 20 years ago he was a missing Xiantian realm master, and he seemed to have brought something called the Heavenly Enlightenment Jade. I don't even know what the Heavenly Enlightenment Jade is. Young Master Lei, you must help me get rid of that Lin Chen and that Gu Yuexi. You must...
Useless. The Tian family already knows about the Heavenly Enlightenment Jade. Wipe them out. Leave no one alive.
Yes. Young Master Lei, what about the Gu family?
We can't make a big commotion with the Gu family. If word gets out, and the truly powerful forces in the cultivation world find out about the Heavenly Enlightenment Jade, then this treasure won't be mine anymore. Proceed with the plan for now. First, sabotage Gu Yuexi's company.
Yes.
I had hoped to use the Tian family to get the Heavenly Enlightenment Jade. Who would have thought I'd have to do it myself? Darling, you go test this Lin Chen. Let's see how capable this disciple of Shui Quangren really is.
Leave it to me.
Grandpa, what are you doing?
For the past couple of days, my throat hasn't felt right. I keep coughing and can't sleep at night. Oh, that's right. I'm not interrupting you two from making me a great-grandchild, am I?
Grandpa, what are you talking about?
This child... You eat first. You have to go to work soon.
Grandpa, you eat.
Coming. Eat up. Here.
Oh, I'm not eating, Grandpa. I'm off to work now.
Wait a moment. Xiao Chen, you go with her.
Huh?
Xiaoxi, at your company arrange a senior position for Xiao Chen. Let him get familiar with the business for the future.
Hey, Grandpa. That's really not necessary. Why should I go to work? I'll just stay home and keep you company. It's much better for us to be happy together.
Oh, you don't know. Xiaoxi has been working so hard managing this company for so many years, and there are many people waiting to pounce. Besides, you two are already married. Let him help you.
Being able to protect Gu Yuexi at all times, that works too. The Tian family has been dealt with, but the mastermind behind them hasn't appeared yet.
Grandpa, what kind of joke are you playing? Lin Chen doesn't know anything.
All right, it's decided. I'll take this job. Oh my goodness. Am I really living off a wealthy woman? Your family business is that big?
I'm warning you, don't cause trouble. Or I'll dock your pay.
Yes, boss. After you, boss.
Let's go.
Lin Chen, you're so amazing.
That wasn't even the most dangerous time. If you're talking about the riskiest, I once took on 600 by myself, fighting for 3 days and 3 nights. The scene was incredibly intense. I fought from one end of the street to the other.
Really? Lin Chen? Come on, spill the details.
Oh my goodness, Lin Chen, I admire you so much.
That's just small potatoes.
Boasting.
Don't mind him. Let's continue.
Lin Chen, you need to input all the annual reports into the computer. Tell me when you're done, then you can leave work.
I don't have time. Do it yourself if you want it done.
Don't think that just because you're with a woman, you can do whatever you want. You have no education, no degree, no skills, no experience. You're chatting with colleagues during work hours and refusing to do your job. As the company's supervisor, I have the authority to dismiss you.
Is that so? Well, I'd like to see just how much authority you truly have. Go find Gu Yuexi right now. and see if she agrees to you firing me or not. Also, it's already after work hours. I can do whatever I want. Can you even control me?
You stop right there. Gu Yuexi is a nobody.
You'd better mind your language. Otherwise, I'll make sure you regret it.
You... Fine.
General Manager Gu, given the company's current financial situation, if there's no further capital injection, not only will employee salaries be delayed, but even production will be affected. I'm afraid we might face the risk of a shutdown.
Then we'll borrow from the bank first. I recall Pingjiang Bank's credit limit still has over $1 billion. We can pay it back once our funds are flowing again.
General Manager Gu, I already called them. It's not just Pingjiang Bank. All major banks now are refusing to lend to us.
I'll make a call and ask. Manager Lee? Hello? Hello?
Hello, the number you have dialed is currently busy. Please try again later.
Could this be the Tian family's revenge? That can't be right. Lin Chen already handled it. Who else would give the Gu family trouble? Go find out exactly who is behind this mischief.
All right, General Manager Gu. I'll go now.
No need to check. No bank in the entire Pingjiang city dares to lend you money, Gu Yuexi.
What do you mean by that?
It's exactly as it sounds. The Hongtao Group is about to go under. Just wait and pack your things. You're out of a job.
So all the banks refusing to lend you money? Was that your doing?
I haven't done anything. Director Gu, don't accuse me like that.
You won't succeed. If one bank won't lend, I can ask others. I refuse to believe that Pingjiang is yours to control.
You can try applying if you like. I guarantee you won't get the loan. With young Master Lei's instructions, who in the entire city of Pingjiang would dare to lend money to you, Gu Yuexi? That's wishful thinking.
Who said we don't have money?
Lin Chen, what are you doing here?
I came to pick you up from work. I just happened to see this fool strolling in, and I was worried he might harm you, so I came to check. Speaking of which, you're so young, but why are the furnishings in your office so old-fashioned?
This was my grandfather's office before. I just didn't change anything.
Oh, right. And you're just a shareholder of a company. How dare you be so arrogant? Who exactly is backing you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Besides, didn't you see that Director Gu and I are discussing business? You? Get out of here.
All right. Whether you tell me or not, I don't care. But I want to tell you, Gu Yuexi's business is my business.
He's just a pretty boy, and he actually thinks he's important. I might as well tell you, the Hongtao Group is about to go bankrupt. If you're smart, you'd find another rich woman to depend on quickly.
Who told you Hongtao is going bankrupt?
No money means not going bankrupt? Are you suggesting you can come up with hundreds of millions to solve the company's financial crisis?
Then do you dare to make a bet with me?
How do we bet?
If within 3 days I manage to get the money, you'll pack your things and get out of here immediately.
Mr. Lay around, no one dares to lend money to Gu Yuexi. Lin Chen is clearly just bluffing. All right. I'll take your bet, but if you can't come up with the money, Gu Yuexi will have to resign as CEO.
No problem.
CEO Gu. Do Lin Chen's words count?
They do. I trust him.
Ha 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 ha. Good. 3 days? I'll give you 3 days. After 3 days, I want to see you. Out of Hongtao.
Are you okay? What's wrong? Don't you trust me?
No, it's not that. It's just, to revive the company, we need at least 500 million. That's not a small sum. However, you did the right thing. At least you bought me 3 days. I can't just give up so easily. I'm going to see now if there are any other options.
At worst, you can sell your shares and withdraw your investment, then start fresh. Do whatever you like, and start your own business.
Lin Chen, Hongtao Group is Grandpa's life's work. Since I've taken over, I must manage it well. I cannot, and must not, stand by and watch it be ruined by others.
You're right. Then let's find a way together. As long as we have a goal, there's always a way to overcome difficulties.
Thank you. I feel much better now.
As the saying goes, where there's a will, there's a way. Things will work out in the end. Perhaps someone will come to your aid.
Someone? You?
Why couldn't it be me?
Then I should thank you for this timely assistance.
Let's not dwell on these bothersome things. Let's just get off work and go home. Grandpa is waiting for us to have dinner. Come on.
Where have you been?
I haven't been anywhere.
Were you seeing that pretty boy again?
I wasn't.
Weren't you? You wretched woman. I'll beat you to a pulp. Don't you dare think I don't know you're constantly flirting with that pretty boy. Do you take me for a fool?
How am I flirting? Am I not even allowed to have a normal conversation with someone? Why don't you just get a chain and shackle me?
Damn it. You still dare to talk back to me?
No!
What kind of scum is this? What kind of skill is it to bully women? Lin Chen.
Ouch, 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 ouch. You just wait until you get home. This isn't over.
Are you alright?
Thank you so much for today. If it weren't for you, I don't know how badly I would have been hurt.
Well, since she's okay, Lin Chen, let's go home.
Oh, my head feels so dizzy.
Nice acting. Who sent you? Are you the one behind Tianming? Go back and tell your boss. No matter what he wants, he should come find me himself.
Are you alright?
What could possibly happen to me? It was just a long game, played for big returns.
Oh yes, yes. Who could ever be as brilliant as you?
Even you failed?
This Lin Chen is not simple. His depth of skill is far beyond mine.
That powerful? Tell Chen Hai. To speed up the plan, we must take over Hung Tao Group as soon as possible.
Understood.
Also, tell the family to send more people over. This Lin Chen must be eliminated.
What's wrong?
UXE. It's almost time to leave work. I have an appointment tonight. Can you go home by yourself?
Who are you meeting?
Wen Yuan. What's wrong? Are you really jealous of an old man?
No, I'm not. You should go quickly. I still have work to do.
Then be careful on your way home alone.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
3 days are almost up. I need to find a way to secure the funds quickly.
Mr. Lin, the patient I've asked you to see this time is the real estate magnate, Liu Zhenhao's youngest son, born later in life. This person has astonishing wealth and is quite influential. Besides me, he also invited the renowned physician He Chenggang.
He invited someone else? So, it's a consultation among famous doctors.
The patient is a child and critically ill. He cannot speak, but he is the Liu family's only heir, so they naturally attach great importance to him. This Liu Zhenhao and I have a past connection, so I asked you to come along to avoid any potential mishaps.
All right. I'll help you take a look.
Mr. Liu, I've brought the person.
Come. Dr. Wen. Doctor, he is currently examining him. I'll trouble you to take a look later as well.
This is quite serious. Who could be so cruel as to harm such a young child?
This is the full set of hospital examination reports. Dr. Wen, you can take a look.
From this examination report, the child isn't ill at all.
Both of you, speak up. What exactly is wrong with my son?
Mr. Liu, I initially thought it was excessive internal heat, but I observed young Master Liu's complexion and breathing rate. Looking at these examination reports, they don't match the symptoms at all. It's really hard to pinpoint the exact cause for now.
Dr. He, what about you?
Ha ha ha. Old Wen, it seems your medical skills are deteriorating. I agree with your judgment of excessive internal heat. This I agree with. However, your prescription for reducing heat is not just useless, it's completely ineffective.
Are you saying you have a solution?
Of course. I will use the spiral needle technique, perform bloodletting, and release the excessive internal heat. The treatment will surely be effective instantly.
You can cure him?
He can't.
This is...
Mr. Liu. This is Mr. Lin, my friend. He is also a doctor. In terms of medical skill and ability, he is far superior to me.
A greenhorn who doesn't know any better? What nonsense are you spouting? Wen Yuan, look at you. What kind of person did you bring here? Are you intentionally causing trouble? Mr. Liu, don't listen to him. If I say I can cure it, then I can definitely cure it.
All right. Dr. He, if you completely cure my son, I will reward you with 10 million.
Thank you, Mr. Liu.
Dr. He, I don't understand what kind of acupuncture you're talking about. All I know is, I only have this one son. If you cure him, I will reward you handsomely. If you can't cure him, and you try to deceive me, Mr. Liu, the consequences, I think, you should be aware of them.
Mr. Liu, please rest assured, I am confident.
All right, then you can begin the treatment. Just tell me what you need. Dr. Wen, thank you for coming all this way. Someone, see Dr. Wen out. Mr. Lin.
Please follow me, gentlemen.
Mr. Liu, you're making a grave mistake.
Mr. Liu, if you let him treat the child this way, this child, I'm afraid won't live for more than 3 days.
You're talking nonsense. What rubbish? Old Wen, I think you intentionally brought him here to embarrass me, didn't you?
Since Mr. Lin spoke, he's definitely not mistaken.
Fine. Then you tell me, what illness does young Master Liu have?
This child isn't ill at all, but is under a curse.
That's utter nonsense. Old Wen, why are you still resorting to these street tricks and schemes? Poisoned by a hex? You're really something to say that. I'd like to ask you, have you ever seen what a hex looks like?
Dr. Lin, right? Which hospital or clinic do you practice medicine at?
I know how to heal the sick and save lives, but being a doctor is not my profession.
Then may I ask, what is your current occupation?
I work at Hong Tao Group.
Ha 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 ha. You really have the nerve to say that. Have you become addicted to scamming clients? That today you're even trying to fool Mr. Liu?
Dr. Lin, how can you prove that my son is afflicted by a hex?
Mr. Liu, he's been affected by the Bloodfire Hex. This hex is extremely tiny and can lie dormant in a person's blood vessels, making it incredibly difficult to remove completely.
Nonsense. I've practiced medicine for so many years, and I've never seen anything like what you're describing.
Patients afflicted with this condition experience symptoms of intense itching, accompanied by intermittent stabbing pains, and recurring high and low fevers. While not fatal, the toxins will circulate throughout the entire body with the blood, attacking all internal organs, especially numbing the brain's nerves. If it's not treated in time, then there's only one outcome, and that is becoming completely mindless.
How can you be so sure?
Do you see the red spots on his arm? They have already turned purple, and their locations are all on the blood vessels. This indicates that the hex venom has already deeply penetrated his blood.
This looks more like something a bug crawled on, or a mosquito bite mark.
Nonsense. What kind of tiny bug could possibly exist? Penetrate the skin and live in the blood vessels? You're just being alarmist. What's more, who would harm a child so cruelly?
Dr. Lin, do you have any other evidence?
My duty is to save lives, not to solve crimes.
Escort Dr. Wen and Dr. Lin out.
Mr. Liu, Dr. Lin is a brilliant physician. If he says so, then it must be true. This concerns the child's well-being. You must take it seriously.
Never mind. Medicine can't cure the fated, nor can enlightenment save the unwilling. Farewell.
How could you, Liu Zhenhao? You're so foolish.
Oh, and by the way, Mr. Liu, his spiral acupuncture technique will be useless. Bloodletting will only accelerate the onset of the young master's toxins. By then, once the toxins invade his organs, even a celestial being would be of no help. You have 16 hours left. When the time comes, I hope you'll come to me personally.
Oh dear. You really should pay attention. Mr. Lin, the child.
Don't worry. Within 3 days, he'll be fine.
What? Mr. Lin, the Tian family has been wiped out.
What did you say?
Everyone was eliminated. Not a single one left, as if they were silenced.
Dr. He, the acupuncture was performed and the blood was let. So why haven't the child's symptoms lessened at all? Isn't it supposed to be an instant cure? Mr. Liu, perhaps you should still ask Lin Chen to come back. When I examined the child today, I found that the color of his blood vessels had deepened again. I'll go and get Lin Chen right away. Hurry.
Oh, Grandpa, we've caught one.
It's on! It's on! It's on! Quick, quick!
Oh.
Oh. Got it.
That's wonderful, Grandpa. Tonight we're in for a treat. We're making fish soup tonight.
Ha 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 ha. Xiaoxi loves fish soup the most.
In that case, you command, I'll work. Tonight, please teach me well. I'll make it.
Tell me, why aren't you at work, but here fishing with this old man? What exactly are you up to? Huh?
Grandpa, even if I go to work, I can't help her much. It's better to fish with you. It's much more enjoyable. How about this? Let's have a little competition today. See who catches more. You'd better not come up empty-handed. Who is it?
Where are you? Our CEO, Liu, wants you here immediately. Mr. Liu wants you to come over immediately.
I'm fishing. I don't have time.
Our Mr. Liu said that whoever can cure the young master's illness will receive a reward of 10 million.
Mr. Liu certainly talks big. 10 million, he's truly a man of great wealth, huh? But I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm busy fishing. Tell your Mr. Liu to seek another master.
How dare he hang up on me?
Hello, the number you have dialed is currently switched off.
Who was that? Seems like they were in a hurry, right?
It's nothing. Don't mind it. Just a spam call. Let's keep fishing.
Mr. Liu, I couldn't find Lin Chen.
What happened?
I just called Lin Chen, wanting to ask him to treat the young master, but Lin Chen just hung up. When I called again, his phone was off.
Did you tell him about the reward?
I did. He said...
Spit it out.
Lin Chen said, Mr. Liu, you're so generous, just casually offering 10 million. His tone was sarcastic. And then he said he was busy fishing, then hung up.
By the sea? His phone's off? Quick, prepare the car. I'll go invite Mr. Lin myself.
Big fish caught.
This is the big fish you caught.
Grandpa, the bait was too tempting, wasn't it?
Mr. Lin, my attitude was terrible. I was disrespectful to Mr. Lin. Please, Mr. Lin, I beg you to give me a chance to apologize. Mr. Lin, yesterday I underestimated you because of your youth. I deeply offended you. And today, I foolishly tried to use money to bribe Mr. Lin. I made one mistake after another. I, Liu Zhenhao, sincerely apologize to you. I will accept any punishment you deem fit. I still beg you, please be the bigger person. For the sake of my innocent, pitiful child, save my son.
Mr. Liu, you are a powerful man whose influence makes even the provincial capital tremble at his word. Now, you're apologizing to someone like me, an unknown nobody. Aren't you feeling a little aggrieved?
Mr. Lin, I rose from humble beginnings. Along the way, I've seen and heard how everyone is locked in a fierce struggle, scheming and deceiving for their own gain. It's either for fame or fortune. Over time, luring people with fame and driving them with profit became my natural instinct. I am truly ashamed. I was ignorant and reckless. Before, I had never encountered such a master as Mr. Lin, who regards fame and fortune as nothing. I truly offended you. My apology and compensation are wholeheartedly given.
All right. Grandpa, I need to ask for leave. I'm going to cure a disease first. I'll be back later and continue fishing with you. Let's go. I'll go with you to see the child.
Okay, please.
Mr. Liu, you've returned.
Mr. Liu, do you have paper and pen? Prepare the medicine according to this prescription. In addition, also prepare a large pot for me, 2 large buckets of ice, and a soaking tub. Remember, the soaking tub must be one with a lid. And also, prepare one more thing for me, just a high-precision water thermometer. I'm going to remove the curse from the child. I need to remove the spell from the child.
Mr. Lin, can my son's illness be cured?
Of course it can be cured. It's just that the process might be a bit uncomfortable.
Discomfort is fine. As long as it can be cured, I'm not afraid of suffering. Mr. Lin, this is a small token of my appreciation. Please accept it.
Let's talk after he's cured.
Mr. Lin, how is it?
It's done. Don't worry, Mr. Liu. The parasitic insect inside the child is gone. However, he was tortured quite badly by the blood-burning goo before, so he'll probably sleep for a whole day and night. But don't worry. He'll be fine once he wakes up.
Mr. Lin, is this the goo poison?
That's right. Goo are poisonous insects. It's just that this blood-burning goo is too dangerous, which makes it hard for people to guard against.
Mr. Lin, may I ask what kind of conditions are needed for this blood-burning goo?
Generally speaking, this blood-burning goo is especially sensitive to breath. However, its vitality is not tenacious. If exposed to the air, it cannot survive for too long. Entering a human body also requires a certain amount of time. To poison such a young child... In my opinion, there are only 2 ways. Either it was done while he was sleeping, or it was done by tampering with the toys he frequently touches. Mr. Liu, I can only help you this far.
Thank you, Mr. Lin, for giving me proper guidance. I apologize for troubling you, Mr. Lin, and for putting aside past grievances to save my son's life. Here is the consultation fee. Please accept it.
How much could possibly be in there?
Aside from the consultation fee, it also includes compensation from me, Liu, for my disrespect towards you, Mr. Lin. A total of $500 million. Please give me a chance to befriend you.
Keep the money, but there is a small favor that only you can help me with.
Mr. Gu, you previously promised you would solve the problem. Now, 3 days have passed. Where's the money? We haven't seen any of it.
Our Hongtao group is developing so well, yet we couldn't get the loan. Mr. Gu, your competence is questionable.
Ultimately, still too young. An inexperienced person. Is unreliable.
Right now, the company's accounts are empty. Payday is coming soon. I asked the finance department. If there's no money coming in, within a week, the financial backbone will collapse. What kind of consequences that will bring? I believe, Mr. Gu, you should know.
The time isn't up yet. Today isn't over.
Ha ha ha. What a joke. The sun is about to set. Are you suggesting you can conjure up that 500 million before dark?
I trust Lin Chen. He will certainly keep his word.
Ha ha ha. Where is that pretty boy? Where is he now? Oh, I think he must have given up on you long ago and found someone else to rely on.
What nonsense are you spouting?
Guyuexi, it's come to this, and you're still defending him? Why don't you understand? I advise you to give up. A woman's best fate is to serve her man at home.
What if I say no?
I imagine you wouldn't want your grandfather's life's work to amount to nothing, would you? The factory has been shut down for 1 month. Goods are piling up, unsold. Without further funding, Hongtao Group will go bankrupt.
Chen Hai, what exactly do you want?
Right now, the company's accounts are empty. And I guarantee, no bank in the market will loan you money. Your only chance now is to sell your shares to me. Only I am willing to rescue this company.
So, you want Hongtao Group?
Mr. Gu, I'm helping you, you know. The company's financial crisis is a direct result of your series of decisions. If you can solve the problem, I, and all of us, would be willing to support you as always. But now, you can't fix it.
Isn't that exactly what you want?
Under my leadership, the company will only grow stronger. What about the company? Under your leadership? Business has completely stalled, and salaries can't be paid. Let alone us shareholders. Even ordinary employees aren't getting a single penny. Do you think anyone here will still support you to stay in this position?
It still wouldn't be your turn.
Guyuexi, I advise you to be smart about this. I won't make things difficult for you. As long as you sign this contract, my money will be transferred immediately. All the company's problems will be easily resolved.
I can't believe Chen Hai actually has money to invest. Although signing means losing all my shares, as long as the company is still around, I'll have a chance to get them back. Your word is your bond, right?
Of course. Lin Chen, what are you doing?
Lin Chen.
You're acquiring shares at 3 times below market price. You're signing an unfair treaty here.
What's it to you? This is a unanimous decision within our Hongtao Group.
Don't listen to them. The company will be fine. I've landed a big client for you.
Isn't that the real estate magnate, Liu Zhenhao?
Why is Liu Zhenhao here? It can't be. Mr. Liu, hello. This is an internal board meeting for our Hongtao Group, so it's not convenient for you to attend. If there's anything you need, can we discuss it after our meeting concludes?
I'm here to talk business with Miss Gu. I hope to sign a $500 million order with Hongtao, and I promise to pay the full amount up front. The moment the contract is signed, the funds will be transferred immediately.
Is that for real?
Mr. Liu, we haven't met before, so why are you offering to help Hongtao Group? And what are your conditions?
Miss Gu, please don't misunderstand. I simply trust the quality of Hongtao Group's products. And this gentleman here is Mr. Chen, our group's legal counsel. Miss Gu, please take a look. If there are no issues with the contract, we can sign and make the payment right away.
Mr. Liu, there are no issues with the contract, but you're paying $500 million up front and not even requesting a payment schedule. May I ask, what is the real reason for this?
If it weren't for your husband, Mr. Lin, my son would not be alive today. I haven't had a chance to repay his kindness. And helping you now is my way of returning Mr. Lin's favor.
Who would have thought that Lin Chen would get Liu Zhenhao to help? Once the funding issue is resolved, I'll have no reason to take over Hongtao Group. This was a direct order from young Master Lei. If I mess this up, I'll be in deep trouble. Wait a minute. Gu Yuexi, let me be frank with you. If you sign this contract and the money doesn't arrive, all the shares under your name will be transferred to me for free.
Fine.
You can transfer the 500 million now.
Mr. Gu, the money has arrived in the company's account.
Mr. Liu, thank you for your help.
Pleasure doing business with you.
So, what do you say? A bet's a bet. Shouldn't you get lost now? Hold on. Send a message to your boss. If there's any problem, tell him to come directly to me.
You win this round.
Chen Hai, stop right there. Hey. Didn't you say that if Mr. Gu couldn't come up with the money, the company would go bankrupt? You wanted us to join forces and force Mr. Gu to give up her position in the company?
Exactly. I think you just wanted to ruin Hongtao. Today, you must give everyone, especially Mr. Gu, an explanation.
What does that have to do with me? You were the ones who didn't trust Gu Yuexi, and that's why you went along with me. Now that it's come to this, are you blaming me? Who do you think you are?
You dared to trick us. Let me get him. Let me get him. Let me get him. I'll teach you for tricking us.
This is a society of laws.
I'll get him. I'll get him. What an imposter. How dare you trick us? I'll get him.
Lin Chen, you come here.
Oh? What's wrong?
Thank goodness for you today. If it weren't for you, the company Grandpa left me, I might not have been able to keep it.
It's nothing really. What do you expect? You're my wife.
But
what? This is just what a husband should do, right?
Huh?
Who? Assassin.
You?
What are you screaming about? You were quite eager. Last night, weren't you?
You. Ah.
Don't worry, President Gu. You didn't get your way last night.
Get out.
How are things? Are you tired from work today? The shareholders didn't give you any trouble, did they?
How could they? You brought in such a huge deal from Liu Zhenhao, they were all shocked. Early this morning, they came to apologize to me.
That's good then. What were you expecting?
You're messing with me.
No, I'm not. I was just going to help you with your seatbelt. You're clearly overthinking it. Isn't this inappropriate? It's not even dark yet, and you're already acting fresh?
Lin Chen, I've realized I'm in love with you.
What? We have a contract marriage.
What about it? I think it's pretty great if we make it real.
But
What, you're not happy about it?
No, I'm just saying...
There's no just saying. Let me tell you something, we are married with a certificate. If you want a separation, you'll need my agreement.
I'm afraid you'll change your mind. After all, being with me is really risky.
I'm not afraid. You'll protect me. Let's go.
Go where?
Didn't we promise Grandpa that we'd give him a great-grandchild?
Let's go.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Move an inch and I'll strike you down. Don't move.
Don't move.
Move and I'll end you.
Lin Chen?
Brother, is it about money?
Get in the car.
Name your price. I can give you whatever you want.
Cut the nonsense. Get in the car.
Don't be scared. It's all right.
Are you here for me?
What's the rush? You'll find out soon enough. Let's go.
Don't be afraid. Just do as I say, and I promise no harm will come to you. I just want your assets, not your lives.
So it was you? Wanted all of Hongtao Group?
All of Hongtao Group's shares. I'm not asking for them. I'm buying them.
So, you're the one who wants Hongtao Group, huh?
All of Hongtao Group's shares. I don't just want them. I'll buy them.
Buy? How much will you pay for them?
20 million. Well, isn't that a high enough price?
20 million? Why don't you just rob us?
Ha ha ha. Not paying is what you'd call robbing. I'm a businessman. If we can come to an agreement, that would be even better. If we can't come to an agreement, I'll still have time to take them later.
You're trying to pull a fast one, and that's not how things are done. Share transactions must be legal and compliant.
That's none of your concern. I've already drafted the contract. All you need to do now is put your fingerprint and signature on the contract for me. 20 million will immediately be deposited into your account. If you don't agree, that's fine too. We have plenty of time to keep going at it.
All right. I'll sign.
That's more like it.
But you have to promise me, after I sign, you'll let us leave quickly.
I told you. I only want your money, not your life.
Young Master Lei, here's the contract you requested.
You sent her here? To eliminate me, didn't you? So, that means Tianming and Chen Hai are also connected to you, right? What exactly do you want with Hongtao Group? What is it for?
Lin Chen, you are a smart person. In that case, I'll give you a chance. If you disable your own martial arts now, and come back to the Lei family with me. As for you, Gu Yuexi, give me all the group's shares, and spend a night with me again. Then I will let you two go, both of your lives.
You, the Lei family, are really something. You are simply overbearing to the extreme. Now that it's come to this, today I must make you understand some things. Yuexi, close your eyes.
Zhou Ping. Lin Chen. I'll take you down.
Yue Shi, you can open your eyes now. It's a bit gory though, so if you're scared, just hide behind me.
Are you alright?
Of course I am. A few small fries are nothing to me. If it weren't for the gun pointed at you, I would have made my move much sooner. Tell me, why exactly are you targeting Gu Yue Shi? Why are you targeting Gu Yuexi?
You need to understand this. The retaliation from the Lei family, you cannot withstand it.
Is that so? If you try to harm me, should I just tolerate it? Don't forget, your life right now is in my hands. By your logic, should I be afraid of you?
All right. I admit, I was disrespectful, and I offended you. How about you let me go? Today's events, we'll both forget about them. You should know, if you dare to harm me, you won't survive either.
As expected of a cultivation family, your confidence is truly high. At this critical moment, you still dare to threaten me?
I'm speaking the truth. Lin Chen, I admit you have some strength. I underestimated you, and I'll take my losses. But the deep heritage of a cultivation family, you don't understand it. It's not something you can provoke, just because you want to.
I'm asking you one last time. Why are you targeting Gu Yuexi?
Ha ha ha. It's just about taking an interest in a woman. I simply enjoy seeing her desperate and begging me for mercy.
I don't like that answer. I'll give you one more chance.
That's just a game for those in power. I'll tell you. I was after the Heavenly Revelation Jade. Rumor has it, the Heavenly Revelation Jade hides the secret to eternal life. I heard it's hidden in the Gu family. I was worried the news would leak, and too many powerhouses would covet it. I wanted to secretly annex the Gu family. You are Shui Quanggren's disciple. Heavenly Revelation Jade must listen to you. Apocalypse Jade will definitely listen to me.
I don't care who you are. If you dare to harm me and UXC, you'll have to pay the price. UXC, let's go.
All those people passed away, you won't be in any trouble, right?
I acted in self-defense. What trouble could I possibly be in? Besides, they were abductors. The villains were defeated because they were so incompetent. Do you really think they'd call the police? Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
Okay. Here you go.
What is this?
This was always yours. I was going to give it to you sooner or later. It was always kept by my grandfather. I'd never seen it before. Is this a character?
It should be, but I don't recognize it.
I don't know much about Jade, but I can tell this Jade is truly extraordinary. What kind of magical power does it possess to make so many people desperate to get their hands on it? Could it be that it truly grants eternal life?
They were all wrong. Actually, Apocalypse Jade is just a key.
Is it related to your identity?
20 years ago, after my parents obtained Apocalypse Jade, they suddenly disappeared, but they didn't pass away. As far as I know, they likely traveled to a place similar to a parallel universe, and Apocalypse Jade is the only key to that world.
No wonder so many people want to possess it. Then the Lei family certainly won't give up so easily. Lin Chen, you need to go.
Let me go. Do you think you could bear it?
I couldn't. How about this? I'll sell my company shares, then we'll take Grandpa and make a run for it together.
The Lei family is not that big a deal. If they really dare to come, I'll crush them.
The Lei family is not as simple as you think.
Grandpa?
Grandpa.
You want to take on the Lei family?
Grandpa, how did you know?
The Lei family is not as easy to deal with as the Tian family. The Lei family has a grandmaster at the Xiantian level of cultivation, their old patriarch.
Grandpa, are you very familiar with the Lei family?
I wouldn't say familiar, but I know the general idea. This Lei Chicheng is Lei Gong's only son, but he is incapable and lecherous, and has no martial arts talent. Many in the Lei family do not agree with Lei Chicheng becoming the new family head. The Lei family's old patriarch supports Lei Chicheng.
The head of the Lei family is truly strange. Why would they prop up such a person?
The reasons behind it are unknown, but the Lei family's old patriarch doesn't have many years left to live. Lei Chicheng hid it from the Lei family and united with various forces to come to Linhai. It was all to search for the Heaven's Revelation Jade. I think he wants to get the Heaven's Revelation Jade to extend the life of the Lei family's old patriarch.
Then wouldn't the Lei family be finished once the Lei family's old patriarch passes away? So who exactly spread the rumor that the Heaven's Revelation Jade can make people immortal and invincible?
The temptation of eternal life is too great. Even a 1 in 10,000 chance will attract competition from all sides. In short, without the Heaven's Revelation Jade, the Lei family will not give up. A grandmaster at the Xiantian level, Chen, you must be careful. Never underestimate the enemy.
I know, Grandpa, don't worry.
Then what should we do now?
You are Lin Chen, Shui Quangrain's disciple.
That's me.
So you're the one who crippled my son.
That would be me.
Hand over the Apocalypse Jade willingly, and I'll leave your body intact.
How about you end your own life to atone for your sins? And I might spare the rest of the Lei family, except for you.
Just like your master, Shui Quangrain, so arrogant and reckless.
You flatter me.
You have 3 days. Bring the Apocalypse Jade and come to my Lei family to face your demise and atone for your crimes. Otherwise, I can't guarantee what will happen to your beloved wife. I really can't say.
You're really looking for trouble. 3 days, is it? You old dog. I'll personally come to your doorstep and send you to your end.
Lin Chen, you just wait. Father.
Who did this?
It was Shui Quangrain's disciple, Lin Chen. The Apocalypse Jade is in his hands.
20 years ago, Shui Quangrain single-handedly confronted countless sects and forces, carving out a path of bloodshed, and took the Apocalypse Jade. And Lin Yuan's son, Lin Chen, is probably Lin Yuan's illegitimate offspring.
Father, Lin Chen's current strength. I'm afraid he's already a grandmaster of the post-heaven realm. I'm worried.
This generation of the Qinling Wu family has a genius named Wu Bugui. He's very skilled in eliminating people. Go and invite him to assist me, no matter the cost.
Yes, Father.
I don't have time to wait. The Apocalypse Jade must be acquired. Only by achieving eternal life can I ensure the Lei family's glory for generations to come.
Father, I've brought Mr. Wu.
Please, have a seat. On his way here, Mr. Wu, I presume my son has already informed you. I've asked Mr. Wu to come this time, because I'd like you to step in and help us eliminate someone.
Master Lei is already an innate Grandmaster. Do you really need my help for such a thing?
Ha ha ha. After all, it's about a junior. If I were to make a direct move, some might say our Lei family is bullying the weak. If word gets out, it wouldn't sound good.
There's some truth to that. However, I'm a rather pragmatic person, only concerned with money. How much can Master Lei offer?
20 million for your service. After the deed is done, this person's wife, Mr. Wu, may take with him.
Ha 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 ha. Master Lei truly understands me. If that's the case, I accept.
Mr. Wu is indeed straightforward.
Farewell.
Father, can this Wu Bugui really do it? That Lin Chen is not simple.
Wu Bugui has certainly made many enemies over the years. Yet he's still alive and kicking, which shows just how powerful he is. Instruct our people to prepare. If Lin Chen dares to come, he must be captured.
Yes.
Mr. Liu, Mr. Lin has arrived.
Mr. Lin?
No need to be so formal. How is the child recovering?
Thanks to you, Mr. Lin. Much better. See for yourself.
Indeed, the recovery is going well. They no longer need medicine. Later, I'll give you another prescription for dietary supplements.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lin. Sweetheart, come here.
Actually, there's something I'd like to ask. I wonder, does the Lei family have any rivals?
The Lei family? They do have a sworn enemy, the Han family. They are old adversaries. The root cause is that the Lei family eliminated a very important member of the Han family. Although decades have passed, their conflicts have never ceased. It's a classic case where old feuds never die, and new ones always emerge.
Good. Since it's a family feud, a blood feud even, it's perfect.
However, the Han family's overall strength is average. They only have Han Wei, a Grand Master. Besides them, there's also the Wei family. They are both giants in Linhai City.
That's fine. We'll just approach them.
Mr. Lin, how do you plan to negotiate? What if they refuse?
It's simple. Those who agree to ally with me, after I dismantle the Lei family, the Lei family's assets will be theirs for the taking. As for those who refuse, I, Lin Chen, will visit them, one family at a time. I don't believe they wouldn't be intimidated by a post-heaven Grand Master targeting them. They are welcome to try and refuse me.
Have some tea. What did Mr. Liu want to see me about?
It's not me. It's Mr. Lin Chen who wants to see you.
Lin Chen? The one who brought down the Tian family and incapacitated Lei Qicheng?
That's right, it's me. I'm here today because I'd like to ask the Han family to join forces with me, to deal with the Lei family.
Please leave, Mr. Lin.
Hey. Lin Chen,
Miss Han, why don't we sit down and talk slowly? If I'm not mistaken, you're currently stuck at the great internal energy cycle, unable to break through, aren't you?
How did you know that?
Mr. Lin is extremely capable. The blood-burning venom in my son was cured by him.
The cultivation method your Han family practices, while it allows for rapid progress initially, becomes increasingly difficult to break through the further you advance. Am I wrong?
I don't care how you know that, but I can't just abandon my cultivation and start over, can I?
I can help you.
Really?
I can assist you in breaking through to the internal energy manifestation realm.
Miss Han, I can vouch for him. Mr. Lin is a man of great skill. Don't let his youth fool you. He is already a Grandmaster in the protective aura realm.
No wonder he dared to incapacitate Lei Qicheng.
So what do you say, Miss Han? Does this mean you accept my terms?
Mr. Lin, if you can deliver on your promise, I, Han Wei, will gladly serve.
Good. Then it's a gentleman's agreement. And a promise is a promise.
Is everyone here?
Don't worry, Father. Everything is ready. As long as Lin Chen dares to come, he won't be leaving here alive. He'll perish right here.
Lin Chen's strength should not be underestimated. What if Wu Bugi is also no match? Then I'll have to step in myself.
Don't worry, old ancestor Lei. I, Wu Bugi, am a man of my word. Having received payment, I shall certainly eliminate Lin Chen.
I'll be watching from the shadows, and if anything unexpected happens, I will intervene.
I truly look forward to seeing Lin Chen being instantly defeated.
You fool.
Lin Chen, You actually dared to come?
Why wouldn't I dare?
You've got some nerve? Daring to storm my Lei family alone.
It's rare for your Lei family to gather so neatly. Naturally, I had to come and see the Lei family's might.
What? Are you planning to wipe out my Lei family? Do you have any other helpers? Call them all out now.
Then your wish is granted. Everyone, make an appearance, and let the Lei family's talents get a good look.
The Wei family? The Han family? Lin Chen? I truly underestimated you. You actually managed to bring them all here?
It's nothing. I'm just the instigator. Ultimately, it's because your Lei family usually acts unfairly, offending everyone. Everyone finds you displeasing, so they just decided to join forces and take you down.
Master Lei need not waste words with them. I'll take down anyone who comes, even if they come in pairs.
Then I'll leave it to you, Mr. Wu, to handle things.
Mr. Lin, you helped me reach the realm of internal chi transformation, perfect for testing it out.
Oh, look who it is. It's the little miss from the Han family.
I've long heard of your great name, Mr. Wu, and today I'd like to learn from you.
You're in the internal chi transformation realm, and you dare challenge me. It seems you've grown tired of living.
What big talk. It's nothing special. You're utterly despicable.
I call this being smart in combat. With your abilities, you're not worthy of my time fighting you. Young man, that coin, you're the one who shot it.
Attacking from the shadows is unfair.
What does that have to do with you? In a fight, everyone relies on their own skills. The winner takes all. What? You think you can defeat me?
Since I was 20 years old and entered the Grandmaster Circle, no one has ever dared to speak to me like that. It seems you're really good at making me angry.
Lin Chen, do you really think bringing Han Wei here will be enough to challenge my Lei family? Mr. Wu is an acquired Grandmaster. You are merely a master. Killing you is as easy as pie.
An acquired Grandmaster? How impressive.
Kid, you've been training for a few years, and now you think you can run wild. Do you truly believe you are invincible? Ignorant and arrogant.
Lin Chen, I'll give you one last chance. Hand over the Heavenly Jade at once. Otherwise, you will meet your end.
Enough talk. Let's begin.
Mister, the 20 million we agreed upon, I'll add another 10 million. Finish him.
It's a deal. Kid, you're just out of luck this life. Hope you get a better rebirth next time.
Judging by your moves, you must be from the Qinling Wu family, right?
That's right. I am from the Wu family, but I left the Wu family years ago. Now I have little connection to the Wu family. What's your point? Are you trying to make friends? Ha ha, that won't work. The Lei family paid me to eliminate you. Just accept your fate.
I do know a few people from the Wu family, though we're not close. But if you kneel and beg for mercy now, I might spare you.
Ha ha ha. He says he's going to give me a chance. Ha 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 ha.
Get out of here right now, and I might let you live. If you dare to raise a hand against me, I will personally escort you to the underworld, to spend all that money you couldn't use.
You want me to get out? Kid, you've trained for a few years, but you truly don't know your place.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You're asking for trouble. Then come on. Rest assured, I won't let you perish too quickly. Black Scorpion Palm? No wonder you didn't return to the Wu family, after practicing such a sinister martial art. If you dared to go back to the Wu family, they would certainly cripple your cultivation.
Nonsense! You're asking for trouble. Impossible! You're so young. How can you possess such power?
These questions, you can ask them 6 feet under.
Stop! I'll leave right away. I don't need this money.
Too late.
Since you wish for my end, then I'll take you down first.
You're really going all out to defeat me, even at the cost of your own life. You're staking everything on this fight. But unfortunately, you still can't prevail against me.
Taken countless lives in this lifetime, and I've already earned enough. To have you with me today, I've no regrets.
Don't be so naive. The one who dies today can only be you.
Impossible. My palm strike contains poison. I've practiced this poisonous palm technique for over 20 years. It's unstoppable.
Your poisonous palm is indeed powerful. But for me, it's nothing special.
My previous palm strike was so fierce, You couldn't possibly have blocked it. Could it be that you've already mastered the protective aura? Your true energy? Can it really neutralize my poison?
You're not too slow-witted, no need to be confused.
Ah!
Good, very good indeed. Lin Chen, since you've gone ahead and eliminated Wu Bugui, then today you won't be leaving here alive.
You're the one who won't be leaving here today.
Lin Chen, don't be so arrogant. Even if you are a grandmaster, for my Lei family, it means nothing.
Whether I'm powerful or not isn't for you to say, as long as I can destroy your Lei family today.
What did you say?
I said, after tonight, there will be no more Lei family.
Ha 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 ha. Do you really think my Lei family is on the same level as the Tian family? Lin Chen, arrogance has its consequences.
Family head Lei, why are you hiding so far away? Are you that afraid of me?
I just don't want to give you a chance to take me hostage.
You're quite clever, but you keep saying you'll end me, so why are you avoiding me? And what about the Lei family's old ancestor?
The old ancestor hasn't appeared yet. Is he perhaps waiting for an opportunity? Lin Chen, you have such cultivation at such a young age. You are indeed formidable. However, my Lei family has a Grand Master guarding us. You won't gain anything here. Surrender obediently. Triple your own cultivation. Hand over the Revelation Jade. Your Mr. Madman Shue's sake might just keep your life.
Should I be thanking Family Head Lei for this generous gift?
Young man, cherish this opportunity. Don't dig your own grave.
I crippled your only son, and you still want to let me go? Old Lei, you truly have an amazing temperament.
He's just a son. I can always have another one.
But looking at your face, you've committed countless evil deeds in this lifetime, and are destined to have no descendants.
Silence. Kill him.
I advise you all, if you don't wish to perish, it's best not to move.
Wei Qing gang, after today, I will surely wipe out your entire Wei family.
Old Lei, you should worry about yourself first.
Lin Chen, I am the family head of the Lei family.
Don't I look familiar to you?
You are Lin Yuan's son?
That's right. My father saved your life back then, but you betrayed his whereabouts to those who wanted to end him. You deserve to perish.
I was forced. Lin Chen, you can't eliminate me.
Enough talk. You repaid kindness with malice and deserve your fate.
Father, help me.
As expected of a Grandmaster, you are indeed powerful.
Not bad to have blocked my strike. However, if you want to defeat me, you're still far from it.
Whether I can or cannot, we'll know once we try.
Lin Chen, even if you've entered the Grandmaster realm, killing you is but a flick of my wrist.
Old geezer, you talk a big game. Let's see you try.
Just as arrogant as your master.
20 years ago, you were beaten by my master into seclusion. Have you forgotten?
You're overestimating yourself. I advise you to hand over the Apocalypse Jade quickly, and I might spare your life. Otherwise, you and everyone you brought with you will surely perish.
Whether I live or die isn't my concern. It's just that I'm not used to being trampled upon and treated like dirt. Perhaps you've already grown accustomed to your arrogance, believing that everyone facing you should prostrate themselves and be trampled underfoot. I apologize. I am not accustomed to that.
Lin Chen, you do have some skill. It's a pity to see you fall so young.
Cut the damn nonsense, come on!
First you crippled my grandson, then you killed my son. You've provoked the Lei family countless times, Lin Chen. Today, you won't leave here alive. Within 3 strikes, you'll surely perish. I am a Grand Master of the innate realm. Such a counterattack. How could it harm me in the slightest?
Is this the power of an innate Grand Master? Lin Chen has already fully defended and redirected the force, but he still can't withstand what seems like a casual blow.
Lin Chen can easily defeat Wu Bugui. But in front of the Lei family elder, he doesn't even have a chance to dodge. It seems we're done for today.
If you're smart, then disable your own powers, and I might spare your lives. Otherwise, you'll meet the same fate as Lin Chen.
Lin Chen has been kind to me. He once saved my life. I won't leave.
I won't leave either.
Good. Then wait for me to finish, Lin Chen, before I come to deal with you two. Lin Chen, my first strike only used 60% of my power. This time, I won't give you another chance.
Ancestor Lei is known for his 3-element unity palm technique. Lin Chen struggled so much with just the first strike. What will he do about the remaining 2?
Indeed.
I used 80% of my power in this strike. I will make you wish for life, but find only endless suffering.
Mr. Lin, I'm here to assist you.
Lin Chen, how are you doing? Are you all right?
Why are you here?
I was worried. And Mr. Liu said he was coming to help you deal with the Lei family, so I came along.
It is indeed time to deal with them. Yuexi, stand aside and wait for me. Again!
Lin Chen, be careful.
Seeking your end.
That was 3 strikes. And I'm still standing. But how many more strikes can that broken body of yours endure? 1, 2, or 3 more?
Lin Chen, was all this part of your plan?
Come on, keep it coming. Just give me 1 more palm strike, and you'll be able to finish me off.
Oh my goodness, Lin Chen, you're truly incredible. Look at Elder Lei now. He probably doesn't even have the strength to stand. He calls himself a grandmaster. How did he end up like this?
You saw through my illness? All the provocations just now, were they all intentional?
You actually managed to withstand 3 of Elder Lei's palm strikes, and even outwitted him in the end.
I saw right through you. You're not long for this world. Don't you forget, I'm a doctor.
Despicable.
Despicable? My methods are nothing compared to the Lei family's cunning. During our confrontation just now, I injected several streams of internal energy into your body. I repeatedly provoked you into attacking. The more you strike, the faster your demise. Condition wasn't light to begin with. If you had rested well, might have lived a while longer. For your incompetent children and grandchildren, you forcibly used your internal energy, and now, you're in grave danger.
Lin Chen, quickly hand over the Heavenly Enlightenment Jade. I cannot pass on.
Heavenly Enlightenment Jade? Stop dreaming. The Heavenly Enlightenment Jade cannot save you at all. It's merely a key. The only one who can save you now is me.
What do you mean?
You must have heard of the Heaven Returning Needles, right?
You actually know the Heaven Returning Needles? That miraculous technique that defies fate?
That's right. In this world now, only I can save you.
You want me to beg you to save me? Don't even think about it. Guards. Quickly, fetch me a doctor. Bring all the 4 great physicians here. Go now. Useless. A bunch of good-for-nothings. What use are you to me? Yong-hee. Yong-hee.
Ancestor, I am here. Come quickly and take a look.
Yong-hee, among the people of the Lei family, your medical skills are the best. If you save me, I will make you the head of the Lei family.
Ancestor, you were already suffering from a serious illness, and now you forcefully made a move, triggering the ailment within your body. It has now severely worsened. If we do not treat it immediately, I am afraid your life may be in danger.
Don't you think I already know that? Why aren't you treating me now?
Forgive Yong. He's incompetence. I cannot cure you.
Worthless. If I perish, I will make sure you all join me.
I suggest you save your strength. I said earlier, I am the only one in this world who can save you.
Lin Chen, he just wants me to beg him. Once he cures me, I will eliminate him and take the Heavenly Enlightenment Jade. It's not a bad idea. Mr. Lin, I was in the wrong before. Please, Mr. Lin, be a compassionate healer. Let bygones be bygones. Save me. I will surely repay you handsomely.
Lin Chen, you absolutely mustn't save him. Grandpa once said, this person is treacherous and cunning. If you save him, he might just turn around and betray you.
No, he won't. Lin Chen, you have to trust me. I always keep my word. You saw through my illness earlier, and you also said that your resurrection needle can cure my illness, right?
Just now, when we fought, I specifically struck a point, your Yutong acupoint, precisely to accelerate the worsening of your condition. Don't fret. In about an hour, you'll be completely free.
1 hour? Mr. Lin, name your terms. I'll agree to anything.
Dream on, you old scoundrel. All these years, you've employed dark magic to harm so many children, all to use their hearts to prolong your own life. For so many years, you've been committing evil deeds. You utterly deserve your fate.
What? This old fiend harmed my child? He must be eliminated without mercy.
Lin Chen, quickly, save me. If you don't save me, my Lei family will surely tear you limb from limb.
You'll tear me limb from limb? You old scoundrel, you've committed countless wicked acts throughout your life. Go to the underworld and keep company with those innocent souls you've wronged.
No.
Patriarch Wei, Miss Han, and Mr. Liu, I'll leave this matter to you to handle.
All right, Mr. Lin, don't worry.
The matter is resolved. What are you grinning about? Let's go home to make babies. So this is the secret of the Heaven's Jade.